The rodent has spoken, and we'll be discussing what exactly he has to tell us as far as the rest of the winter is concerned. Maybe he'll have a better clue than what we have. Meanwhile, moderating temperatures, a lot of folks got above 32 today, which recently is, considering the Arctic air recently, that's quite an accomplishment. And we are going to see Arctic air return this weekend with a vengeance. So we will, of course, explain all of this. The Huntley and Brinkley of the weather world, the Joe and Joe Weather Show. And as we all know, you can support the Joe and Joe Weather Show by doing your shopping on Amazon. Just use our referral link that's on the description to this podcast on YouTube to get you to Amazon and buy whatever it is you're going to buy. Amazon throws us back a little bit of coin for sending you there, and it doesn't cost you 1 cent out of your pocket. And it also keeps the Joe and Joe Weather Show live podcast, which you're seeing right now. We are live, commercial free. And if you need a weather station to measure these temperatures we've been having lately, Tempest by WeatherFlow. Get the revolutionary Tempest weather system. Join the fastest growing observing weather network on the planet. The link for this is pinned to the top of the chat board. It's also on the description of this podcast. And of course, Jay Stewart, we have a coupon code.
That's right, Monty. No, yes, that's right, Joe. We do. And that coupon code is Winter 2026. And if you use it in conjunction with anything that you would like to purchase from the good folks at Tempest, you will receive 10 big percent off. Wow.
Yes. So the groundhog has spoken. Well, the problem with the two choices are winter has 6 weeks left, or spring is just around the corner. That's basically saying the same thing. I mean, it really is. It's silly. I get work. Not that I get worked up over it. It's just I don't know. To me, it's just it's fun to see people do that, and it makes money for Puxatawney, Pennsylvania, because you never hear about them ever again until a year from now.
It's it is fun, and I had posted on my Facebook page a a comic strip. It's called Pluggers, about people like you and I, Joe. Anyone who's, I guess, in their 60s or over are considered to be pluggers. And my question today, in conjunction with the comic strip, because it shows somebody waking up 6 o'clock in the morning, and on the radio playing is Sonny and Cher, "I Got You, Babe," and pluggers for pluggers every day is like Groundhog Day. But I said on Facebook, how many radio stations across the United States today, and maybe even into Canada as well, how many of them kicked off the 6 o'clock this morning hour with that Sonny and Cher hit, "I Got You, Babe," in commemoration of Groundhog Day and in commemoration of the movie, which is
Yeah,
now about 30 years old.
yeah, I know. Scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
You got above 32 today by you.
Excuse me?
Did you get above 32?
Oh, yeah, we got to 34.
Yeah, so did New York.
34 this
I
afternoon.
think New York City got to 35, 34 or 35. I got to write these things down when I see them because I don't remember things anymore.
Well,
Um,
there are people, would you believe there are people out there who actually were upset that we went above freezing today, that they were actually rooting
for the
for
record,
for the record, which was what, 15 or 16 days in a row below 32 degrees?
yeah,
And,
something like that.
and I mean, we got like 10, 12, 14 inches of snow a week ago. There are people who have been stating, that's not enough. I need more. People are crazy. I don't even think you and I were that crazy back
No,
in the day.
no, we weren't. Well, snow lovers, snow weenies are never happy unless it snows from the 1st of November to the last day of April. And even then they would just call even if that happened, they would call it an average winter. So
Right.
so there you go. Not a whole lot going on storm wise, pretty much across the country. It's just weak weather systems that lie ahead. But I was looking at some of the temperature profiles for the weekend. We've got another shot of very cold air that's coming in for Saturday, probably going through Monday of next week.
That's right. And after that, I don't know about you. I did look at the longer range, forecast by both the GFS and also the European, and they seem to be suggesting, Joe, that beginning a week from tomorrow, after that next shot of frigidity that we'll be dealing with this weekend into the start of next week, that starting about a week from tomorrow and continuing through the rest of next week and maybe right on through I can't believe I'm saying this, the holiday weekend, the President's Day weekend. I think temperatures are going to get return maybe not above normal, but close to near normal. Near normal is about what, 40 degrees or thereabouts for a high
Yes,
temperature.
close to 40 for a high, upper 30s to around 40. This is the bottom that we're in now of the climatologically coldest part of the winter. And then after around February 8th, the numbers start to go up. So by the time we get to the end of the month, the average high is like 44, 45. But yeah, yeah, the pattern does absolutely look like to me, it's a relaxation of the overall pattern. It's not necessarily a full-blown change, because
Weston, Weston, we waxation out west.
yes, well, you can't, you can't expect it to just go on forever.
Right.
This has been quite a stretch, but a relaxation. The only thing I want to be a little cautious about is that we were led down this path back in November, where the models in the long range were showing, a big warm up for the second half of November, and that didn't happen. And then we, saw it at the beginning of January where the models started telegraphing a relaxation and a warm up, and that lasted for one whole day, you know, a day or a day and a half. So that didn't happen. So I just want to be a little cautious here with respect to how models are handling things, because I noticed them jumping around on a couple of runs where there was a trough, and then instead of a trough, I'm sorry, there was a ridge, and then instead of the ridge on the next run, there's a trough. So I'm going to give it a day or so, but I mean, it does look like the super cold Arctic air, uh, the pathway for the super cold Arctic air to move southward is going to get stymied to some extent. That's for sure.
And I wouldn't say, for those who are, saying, "Oh no, it's going to start getting warm. That's the end of winter." I mean, like, come on. There's a fairly good chance that the cold is going to recharge and come back. Maybe not necessarily, immediately, but maybe later in the month of February or into March. March is always a crazy month, and I to those of you who have already said on the chat board or in other places, like, I'm not satisfied. I didn't get enough snow. It's not. I really wanted us to break that cold temperature record at Central Park. Please,
Grow up.
please. But
Just
think about
grow
it.
up.
Think about the rest of us.
Yeah.
We've had enough, especially those of us who had to deal with a broken oil burner in the midst of all of this and other events. I mean, like, it's settled down.
Yeah.
You've got, and in fact, we mentioned this a day or two ago. Astronomical winter, 9:54 p.m. tomorrow night, the midpoint of the astronomical days of winter. We're already midway through meteorological winter, and there's still, again, a lot of winter left for those of you who are not satisfied. All you
Well, and
crazies out there.
I'm with you on that. Got to 40 here today after a low this morning of 5.
Wow. Well,
It
we had a
was
low this morning here of 9.
yeah.
So we went from 9 to 30. I'm still waiting for, I can't remember the last time we went through the overnight hours here where we didn't drop into the single digits. I'm waiting for a night where the temperatures are going to bottom out somewhere in the mid or low teens, as opposed to all these frigid nights that we've had. But you know what, Joe? What amazes me, and we talked about this at some length yesterday, I've not gone below zero yet. And yet there are other places within a stone's throw of here, like Shrub Oak and Norwalk, Connecticut, who have been as low as 5, 6, 8 degrees below
Yeah.
zero. But for whatever reason, we have not dropped below zero here in good old Putnam Valley.
Yeah, the same in New Jersey, that there have been, places that have gotten below zero on a number of nights, and some of them have put multiple nights in a row. And there's plenty of snow cover for you that's not exactly going to be going anywhere anyway.
Correct. That snow is it is going, but it's going exceedingly slowly.
Yeah.
From the roof of my house and also from my driveway, you could see ever so slightly that the snow is beginning to, if not, melt away, at least erode away as the sun angle gets a little bit higher each afternoon.
Well, welcome to everybody on the chat board, and welcome to those of you who are lurking in the background here on tonight's Joe and Joe Weather Show podcast. We are here for you Sunday through Thursday at 7:35 p.m. And of course, we throw in a Friday and Saturday when there's a storm around. Doesn't look like we're going to be doing that this week. In fact, we might sneak an extra day off. We'll let you know if we wind up chucking a show, maybe next Sunday. If it doesn't look like much is going on, but we'll see. But we'll tell you about it. So subscribe to my YouTube channel. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss us. And of course, if you like the show, by all means, hit the like button because we love when we get to 100 likes. So here's our surface map from 4 p.m., which is the last one that's up until the new one comes out probably in about 30 minutes or so. We see the temperatures that have topped. They even got up into the 20s to near 30 up in parts of northern New England, and down in the deep south, in places that got buried in the Carolinas. We saw some low 40s into North Carolina. But it's funny, Joe, because you look at this and where they had it, the way it worked out, the middle part of the state did not get much snow. They got a fair amount in the western part of the state, particularly in the mountains, and of course in the eastern part of the state. Both those places, temperatures at 4 o'clock this afternoon were mostly in the middle 30s. But the area that didn't get snow saw highs up in the low 40s. So snow cover makes a difference when it comes to uh, temperatures. And here in Georgia, where here, particularly in North Georgia, as I said, we got to 40 today. The central and southern parts of the state got into the 50s, which is nice. And Florida, uh, many places did not get out of the 50s after a brutal morning this morning with lows down in the 20s and in a good chunk of the state, even reaching well to the south. Meanwhile, 60s back through Louisiana and Texas and Oklahoma, a little low there in New Mexico, with even some low 70s there. And we go up north. There's a weak frontal boundary moving through Michigan and Indiana. Not much of a front, though. Temperatures ahead of it are about the same as the temperatures behind it. So we're probably going to just kind of stay where we are temperature wise for tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, I think.
And maybe even Friday as well, at least up here, because with the approach of the Arctic front, if you want to call it that, on Friday, uh, I'm sure we'll get into a southwesterly flow, and for a little while, but Friday also will be rather cloudy, and we might end up with a few snow showers late Friday or Friday night. So
Or maybe even a heavier snow squall when the Arctic front goes by.
maybe,
You
yeah,
never know.
that's just
Not
what we need to cover up everything that has already been cleaned off, right?
Yeah. Not a much going on in the satellite loop tonight. There's a little disturbance with the frontal boundary I mentioned, and you're seeing clouds moving eastward. That might help to hold temperatures up tonight if those clouds get in. And again, nothing obvious here. Some moisture streaming into the central plains. We've got some moisture coming up into the Pacific Northwest. And that cold air, boy, I mean, it made it really far south. Look at the cold air going over the warm waters of the northern Caribbean. I mean, you get those cloud streaks that you often see a lot in the Atlantic off the East Coast, and you can see them there on the satellite loop. Well, that cold air made it pretty far deep into the tropics. Don't see that too often, Joe. Somebody I said on the chat board said that Jamaica was down to 52 this morning, 51 or 52 this morning in Kingston. I'm going to check on that.
That's pretty cold for them.
Yeah, let's see if this map goes far enough south. Um, well, it was only 75 this afternoon, so let me go back to let's go back a few hours. I see a 66. and a six. There's a 54 here. That's the dew point. Yeah, I'm a little suspicious about that report that it got that cold. Although, if you look at the temperatures in Cuba, look at this, 40s in Cuba. That's got to be a 1 in 20 year event for them.
Well, Fidel is not there anymore, but I'm sure he would have a comment about how cold it is if if he was still. I think his brother Raul is still around.
Some temperatures in the on the Yucatan Peninsula, right near the coast, are around 50 degrees. That's really, I mean, that's impressive.
How would you like to take a winter vacation to the beautiful, warm Yucatan Peninsula and wake up one morning and it's 50 degrees?
I mean, really, seriously, I just want to see how warm it. Yeah, the highs were only in the low 70s, 72, 73. Only a couple of stations here on the map, but still. That's just insane for them to be that cold. Radar's not doing much tonight. We actually have some snow shower activity in western Pennsylvania on the radar. I don't know how much that's actually reaching the ground with that weak frontal boundary that's moving eastward. We've got some snow showers over Michigan, and on the other side, on the Canada side, looks like there's some snow showers approaching Toronto. Also seeing some snow showers in southern Minnesota, a little line there with some heavier snow showers, and into eastern South Dakota. And we've got some moisture in the Pacific Northwest, which is kind of patchy in eastern Washington and over into Idaho. The higher elevations might have snow. We just want to check to see. I mean, it's been really warm in the west. I mean, you're looking at temperatures across Montana in the 40s and 50s. These are places that could easily have minus signs like minus 30 and minus 40. But they've seen nothing like that this winter. 50s in Colorado. I'm sorry, in Wyoming. 40s and 50s, and even some 60s showing up in Colorado. So the West is warm, the East is cold. That's usually how the game is played. And as far as precipitation is concerned, we're looking at either no precipitation for the next 7 days for a good chunk of New England, or no more than a tenth of an inch going all the way down through Virginia. Picks up a little bit off the southeast coast. They may actually get a little bit of snow in North Carolina again with this system for Tuesday night for Tuesday night, Wednesday, and also seeing some and this is rain down through eastern Tennessee into Mississippi and now Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana, a half to 3 quarters, and we're looking at typical Pacific Northwest stuff, but not crazy numbers here. We're talking about anywhere from a half an inch to an inch and a half plus over the next 7 days. So next two weather systems, we'll look at the European, the 18Z European. I think we should have that. Yeah, we do. Um, Not that much different really from the 12, but just rolling this back. We have a weak weather system to our south that, you know, at worst, if it were to had snuck up, it might have been a coating to maybe, a half an inch or so. But it looks like that's even going to be weaker. A little bit of leftover moisture there in the Delmarva Peninsula come Tuesday night. Then on Wednesday, another wave develops. You see it there in eastern North Carolina. I'm sorry, eastern Tennessee, western North Carolina. And there's a little patch of snow there on the northern end, but that's going to go out underneath us. And much of the country is just going to be dry going into Thursday. Here comes the Arctic front, and that comes through, looks like later in the day on Friday. And then here comes a rather impressive shot of cold air for Saturday, for Sunday, and for Monday. The wind is going to be an issue too. Gradient gets pretty tight over the weekend. It's going to make it feel worse. But on the whole, most of the country, at least from the standpoint of storminess, it's almost non-existent.
You know, again, it's the people who are complaining. Hey, folks, it's February.
Stop with the
You got to
sun
expect
angle
this.
stuff.
I know.
Really, would you just please? Jesus Christ Almighty! Really, that's just stupid crap. Just stop it. All right, really, just stop. All right, if you're serious about weather, you shouldn't even be talking about that nonsense. Go on, Joe. I'm
And
sorry.
it's Super Bowl weekend coming up, and it is going to be very cold, very blustery, very windy. And I hope that wherever you're going for your Super Bowl party, if you're going to a Super Bowl party, that they have heat. That's all I can say. It's going and coming. It'll be a little bit of a chore because again, we've got those cold, blustery, northerly winds, and probably you're going to be facing high temperatures on Sunday, no higher than the upper or middle teens, and with the chill factor factored in, it'll probably feel more like low single digits or even maybe even near or below zero. So
Yeah.
bundle up, get out, enjoy yourself if you are going to a party on Sunday, but it's going to be a cold one.
Yep. I guess we can go right to Briller Jeopardy. This might wind up being a short show tonight because there's not much going on.
All right. Well, I know that the chairman did send me the questions, and let me go and call them up, and I will do that in just a very few moments. And when we get them, we'll get them. And here we go. We've got them right here. And on Briller Jeopardy tonight, average snowfall in February's in these select cities. So we're looking for the average February snowfall for these cities coming up, starting with Baltimore. Joe, average snowfall in February in the month of February in Baltimore.
I have two numbers in mind. I'm gonna say I'll take the higher one. I'll say 7.
Where's the bell? Are you going to be on one of those winning streaks tonight?
I don't know.
Seven is seven is absolutely correct. So
Well,
we'll
Joe
move
the
on
President
to.
said 7.5, so he probably,
I think
I'll
we're
give it
rounding
to
them
you,
off.
Joe. 7.5. Go
All
ahead.
right, here's number two, Boston.
Boston. Yeah, with the new normals up there, those numbers are higher. So I'm gonna think it's a double digit number, and I'm gonna say I have two numbers in mind, so I'm gonna go with the higher one and say 13.
Oh, Joe. Oh, too bad. You missed it by that much. However, I hate to admit this, Ruben Fairchild got it. So did Steve Lapointe. So did Rich Rotsmansky. And that number is 14.
14. All right. Well, I was thinking 12,
Miss
13
Valerie,
because
too, got it at
right.
14.
Well, the sun angle will take care of it and make the number
Yeah.
lower, won't it? It's
How
just
about Buffalo?
nonsense. Oh God, this is where it gets tricky with the darn lake effect and everything else. And on years where it's a really cold winter, the lakes freeze. Although I don't even know if the lakes are frozen. Um, hmm, I'll say 21.
Good guess. Not not exact or precise, but a good guess. That's a too much.
It's too high.
It's too high.
Well, Frank R is at 18.
Frank R. Here's this one is for you, Frank. You got it. 18 inches in the month of February in Buffalo. Now we move south to Charlotte.
Oh, I mean, they got a lot of snow out of this the other day. Um,
Geez, Charlotte probably got two or three winters worth the other day out of what we
yeah.
just saw.
I don't want to go too crazy there because they're in a valley and the mountains around them get more. So I'll say 3.
You missed it by that much, Joe, but I believe it or not, Ruben gets it with two.
Well, there the sun
Two.
angle works overtime.
Yeah.
So anyway, go on.
Windy City, Chicago.
Chicago. So their average is like 41. I'll say 13.
A little too high.
A
Not
little
a
too
bad guess,
high.
but a little too high.
Rothmansky's at 11 with Johnny Sachs.
That's snake country.
Um, so
Ruben
it's either
Fairchild,
10
you
or
were doing
12.
so.
Bela
You were doing
Lugosi's at 12 and Magnolia P's at 10. So which one?
the one with the 10, 10, 10
That
inches.
is
Reuben
Magnolia P.
Fairchild. Reuben Fairchild said 5 inches. He said three in a row. Not likely.
That really just takes away from the fact that he got the other ones right.
Exactly. Here's
So
the bonus. Bonus Cape Hatteras.
oh, I mean, I can't imagine it's more than one.
One.
One. There you go.
There you go.
All right. Let's see. It's 31 here, which is nice. I think last night at this time, I don't know, maybe about 20 before I got down to 5 this morning. So anyway, we'll not again. It's weather's very quiet this week, so and I've already yelled at somebody, so I think we should just call it a night.
How
No,
about
all my
this?
snow is
Are
not
there? Do
gone
we
by
have?
any means. By the way, I
Can
have
we
a
get six? Can we get six more likes to make it to 100?
well, that would
That's
be
all we need
nice.
is six more likes.
Thank you, Bella Lugrisi. Yeah, I did. It really is got pretty here. Although I had icicles in my heating, the heating unit, the blower that's outside, and I'm hearing this rattling as the heat's going on. I'm hearing this rattling. I go down there. There's like icicles, and the fan is hitting the icicles, which is, you know, making all the noise. Which I was thankful for because um, I'm hearing that noise and I'm thinking, is something wrong? Something is wrong with my unit, but it's I got rid of the icicles, so thankfully for that. 100
101.
likes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we'll be back tomorrow night at 7:35 p.m. and we'll see what the weather models have to say. So we will see you tomorrow.
We'll be back. Have a good one, folks. Stay warm.
Bye bye.